Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for so much support over the years, for allowing me to do what I love for a living for so long, and hopefully for the foreseeable future. I appreciate everything that you guys do for me. I really do. I appreciate you guys are just here to hang out with me. But to those who go above and beyond to support me and allow me to continue to do this for a living, thank you very much. There are many ways that you can do so. And let's go ahead and review some of those ways, shall we? I call this the shameless plug segment of the stream, by the way. So first of all, you can check out my Patreon at patreon.com/darksidephil. And April is almost coming to a close. We've only got about 9 days left for you to pledge to my Patreon and get in on this month's perk rewards. What that means is that when you pledge to my Patreon, you earn rewards based on how much you pledge. Awesome things such as getting premium forum access and the ability to nominate and vote on games for special events. And the ability to get questions answered on my bi-monthly Q&A show, Ask the King, which is coming up in May, by the way. Or you can even get a private Q&A video just for yourself. You can ask me whatever you want for 20 to 30 minutes, and I will answer those questions. All right? So, please give it a look. Patreon.com/darksidephil. Thanks a lot to anyone who pledges, and thanks to anyone who may consider pledging in the future. I also have a Teespring merchandise shop where you can buy all kinds of fun stuff, including t-shirts, stickers, mugs, hoodies. In fact, today, incidentally, because I'm playing a retro throwback game, I'm wearing one of the shirts, the King of Retro shirt, which is a cool design that came out last year. And I've been playing a lot of retro games recently, right? By the way, the reason the console's not on is because the Wii U makes a lot of noise when it's on, so I'm not going to turn it on until we're ready to play, okay? But yeah, King of Retro, there's many other designs. By the way, if you see, oh, I like the King of Retro shirt, but not that color. Comes in many different colors, many different styles. Go give it a look over on my Teespring shop, all right? That's teespring.com/stores/DSPGaming. Anything you buy helps me out, and obviously, you get a cool collectible for yourself. I can personally attest to the quality of the merch over there, because I've owned a ton of it over the years, and none of it has worn out. Everything I have is still good and in pristine quality, never faded or nothing. All right? So please, give it a look. All right, now if you're here live on the stream, everybody, and you're hanging out, and you want to have some fun, and you want to have some interactions with me during today's stream, if you either cheer with bits or subscribe to the channel or tip me live during the stream, I will give you a live shout out during said stream, okay? And I appreciate any of those contributions. I do. They help me out, and they keep the stream going, which is awesome. So thanks to anyone who considers contributing. But number one, if you're curious, how do I do any of those things? You can just type the appropriate stream command, and you'll get instructions. So for example, how do I cheer? Type !cheer, and it'll bring up information about that. How do I tip? Type !tip into the stream chat. It'll bring up information about that. How do I sub? Same thing, !sub, all right? Those are the commands that bring up the information so you know how to contribute. Now, in addition to just giving you a shout out during the stream for your contributions, I have other methods to give you recognition. For example, we have the stream stat leaderboard at the top of the screen. This tracks total number of subs, as well as the top cheerer and top tipper of the day. So it gives you credit for your contributions, all right? I'll be updating that periodically. And FYI, right now, we do have a sub goal for this month of 600 subs. By the way, I don't think the sub number is accurate. I think it's higher than that. But I didn't update it this morning, so I will update it by the end of the pre-stream, okay? But we're trying to hit 600 subs by the end of the month. I firmly believe that with Mortal Kombat 11 and Days Gone both coming out this week, we can hit it. I do. With all the benefits of subbing, including getting access to all of the fun emotes in the stream chat, including things like the new two-parter DSP dab emote and the like that people have wanted for years. In addition to that, you don't have to watch advertisements when I run them and take ad breaks. And you get a cool chat crown badge to show how long you've been an ongoing supporter. All right, so all these benefits for being a subscriber, please consider subbing. If we hit 600 subs by the end of the month, I'm going to be doing the very first ever Viewers' Choice event, where basically I'm going to be allowing all of you, the viewers, to nominate and vote on games for us to do a special playthrough, okay? And it's the first time I'm ever having an open nominations. Previously, I'd done Patron's Choice, where only the patrons could nominate and vote. Now, here's the thing. If you're a patron of mine, you will get priority access, meaning you're going to be able to nominate and vote on games, and those games are going to have a much higher chance to get into the running for the final poll, while you know, the other games are just going to be, you know, process of elimination by how many times they're nominated and voted for. The patrons will probably get 1 to 2 games into the final poll just based on what they nominate. Okay? So, yeah, please consider subbing. There's many benefits to it. If you cheer or tip me either way also, very much appreciated. And everything helps right now. Any kind of contribution method helps me out. So please consider contributing in any method. It's all good. Okay? Fair enough. All right. Just trying to think briefly if there's anything else I want to mention before we actually get to shout outs. Let me think about this for a second. All right. I guess I'll just say this, guys. All right. I've noticed that recently, the past couple of days, there's been people coming into the stream chat, basically kind of going crazy with memes and emotes and stuff. All right. Now, the bottom line is, I don't mind it. But when it becomes unbearable or overwhelms the stream chat completely, and it gets out of hand, that's when derailing happens, and that's when it gets annoying, and, you know, we have to take action. Okay? I don't mind. If you guys want to come in and hang out and talk about different memes and put down a couple emotes here and there, but it's always been in the rules of this stream, which, by the way, can be publicly viewed. If you just look below the stream, there's a listing of rules right there in front of you. It says no spamming of text or emotes. So if you come in here and you're spamming memes and you're spamming emotes and you're spamming shit and you get moderated, you have no grounds to complain. The rules were publicly listed, and I get the feeling people just like to make excuses up. Like, I'll be very honest, King Kozatov earlier today is like, I think you need to update your rules because you're saying all these things and they're not in the rules. And then I immediately look at the rules and it's right there. And I'm like, it's right fucking there. All you need to do is read and stop being fucking lazy, and then you would know what the deal is. And I'll be honest, it angers me that people try to do that. They try to get my goat, right? Oh, well, it's your fault because it's not in your rules. Actually, it's been there the whole time. You're just lazy and you don't fucking read it, and you try to blame it on me. All right? So, the bottom line is, I don't mind it. You guys want to come hang out and have some fun with memes or whatever, who gives a shit? But don't make it so unbearable that you're spamming so much that the whole stream gets derailed. So, perfect example. The other day, I was playing Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations. I'm having fun. I'm doing voice acting for each character. And it's a lot of work. It's stressful. But the longtime fans are appreciating it because I did the same thing with the original Phoenix Wright games. And they're really digging it. And they're like, wow, we like that Phil's putting in all this effort. I turn and look at the stream chat. The entire fucking chat is full of people spamming frog emotes and saying stupid shit. And literally not one viewer who cares about the game can even chat about it because the entire stream chat's been taken over by assholes. All right? And that's where I lay down the law, because you guys are lucky. If it were any other game and I weren't doing voice acting, I would have immediately banned probably about a dozen people or more, because it's against the rules and I'm not going to put up with that shit. I'm just not. Okay? I'm just being honest here. There's no room for that bullshit in this chat. There's no room for that bullshit on my streams. This is not some dumb place where you just come spam shit endlessly. You know, this is somewhere where people are supposed to be able to feel safe and be able to chill and have fun and interact and have a cool place to just enjoy gaming with me. It's not your personal clubhouse to come start spamming stupid shit. All right? And it never was. These are rules that have been around since the first day I ever streamed in 2013. It's just that people don't want to read them and act like, oh, it's Phil's fault because he doesn't say anything. No, it's not at all. And, you know, there will be moderation and there will be things being kept under control. Okay? All right, fair enough. So I just feel like I have to say this up front, since some people apparently don't seem to understand that a normal stream chat and a normal stream like this has to have rules. Because the thing is, here's the thing. Let's say I just said, whatever. Just let the floodgates open, let anything go, right? Number one, people would come in here and not be able to ever talk about a game. It would just be people constantly spamming nonsense. And it would come to the point where it's not, I can't even interact with anyone. How do I interact with an audience that's spamming stupid emotes? So, okay, I do play a game, I look back, oh, frogs. Okay, then I'm playing a game, I look back, frogs. Okay, so every time I look back to interact, I'll just say, frogs, 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 frogs. See what I mean? It's stupid, it's brainless idiocy for kids. That's what it is. And I'll be honest, if you participate in this stupid shit, I mean, you're a brainless idiot. It's so lacking of any kind of conscious thought or intelligence. It's a mob mentality meme meant to annoy and troll and derail. That's what it's for. So if you don't get that, and you think you should have free reign to do it, leave now before you get moderated, because you're just gonna get moderated. Okay, just saying that. Okay, just so you know up front. Okay, and I'm not. Why is he so angry already? I'm not angry at all. I'm just laying down the law because some people have been calling me out recently, saying that it's my fault. I'm like, no, it's not my fault. My streams always had these rules, and just because a bunch of idiots think that a new mindless meme is the thing to spam in my chat, it's not. It's not gonna fly, and the same rules will always apply like they always have. Okay. So there you go. Yeah, I know. See, Rubador says, internet chats all over the place are devolving into this. It's just people communicating, spamming mindless memes, and it's exhausting. And I'm not going to have that here. I'm not. It's one thing if I'm playing a game, and something funny happens in the game, and one of my emotes applies, so you guys put a dab emote, or nothing I could do emote, or you know what I mean? Like, there's a million emotes you guys can use for things that actually apply to the stream. And I'm okay with that. I'm not okay with people spamming unrelated shit, and now people who actually want to pay attention to the stream and talk about it can't because you guys derailed it. And that's why I'm not going to put up with it. Okay? Fair enough? Alright. I've laid down the law. Now it's no one's fault but yourselves if you end up getting moderated, because I've told you up front what to expect and what's going on. So thanks to those who are here to hang out and have fun. Thanks to those of you who understand. And the bottom line is the regulars like it. The regulars like the chat. The regulars like how it is. It's just these people coming in out of nowhere who just want to derail and want to spam and want to be fucking idiots and try to basically... They know what they're doing. You know what I mean? They know exactly what they're doing. Let's derail Phil's chat so that people who actually want to see his streams won't be able to communicate. And that's what it is. It's people just trying to be malicious. So, I'm not stupid, okay? Okay. Fair enough. Alright, so... Now, let us get to shout-outs, my friends. People who have contributed, who deserve some credit for their contributions. Alright? Get over here. Oh my god, excuse me. Ginormous burp. Sorry about that. Okay, so today we actually started out with The Loudest Fart, who has subscribed for 17 months in a row. 17 months in a row. Alright? So thank you very much to The Loudest Fart. Damn it. My stupid laptop's freezing. I hate it when this happens. Alright. Anyway, thank you. There we go. I think it's unfreezing. Thank you to The Loudest Fart for the resub. Alright, much appreciated. Then Boing Boom Chop also resubbed for 4 months in a row. Thank you, Boing Boom Chop, for 4 months of support. Kill Bill 216 cheered. He says, have you ever been the victim of identity theft? I just had to cancel my credit card because someone used my card at Home Depot. I don't even know how that happens, since I never even lost my card. How do you use someone's credit card at a store without the actual card? Screw those kinds of people. Well, yes, I did have my stuff stolen before. One time, I had gone on a trip with John Rambo, and I don't particularly remember the trip itself. I don't know if it was like one of the Street Fighter trips or it was a convention. I just remember I had gone on a trip with Rambo, and when I got home from the trip, alright, I checked my balance on a credit card, and it had been racked up, like, ginormously. Like, probably over $1,000 that I knew I didn't spend, had been put on this credit card. And when I started to look at the transactions, it was like some resort in, like, Florida or something. And I'm like, we didn't go to Florida, you know. I don't know where this came from. So I called my credit card company, and I explained. I said, listen, if you would take a look at these transactions here, you can see my legitimate transactions were taking place over here where I was, while these illegitimate transactions were taking place at the other side of the country. It's obvious I couldn't have been at a resort in Florida at the same time that I was at, a hotel over here. So they looked into it, and they were like, okay, this is obviously bogus. And they eventually basically wrote off the charges. It took a while, but they cleared it up for me. Okay, I had to file claim forms and everything, but eventually it got cleared up. But you know, when I talked to them about what do you think happened, they said, well, you were traveling, right? And I was like, yeah. They said, well, it's pretty bad. What's happening now at airports is people are putting these devices nearby areas where you would swipe your card. So they're putting it like right next to an ATM. They're putting it right next to the check-in kiosk. You know, now when you go to an airport, there's a kiosks where you basically just swipe a credit card to prove your identity, and that checks you into your flight. So apparently some people were putting devices, card readers, right next to these things. So you would, you know, legitimately swipe your card to do something, but it would steal your card number. Okay? And then what they would do is they would clone your card. They would take your card data and put it into a dummy card. That's basically a clone of your card. And they would go around spending your money. So it's very possible that the day that I was traveling in the airport with John Rambo, that I swiped my card to check in, and someone got the number and then went on a flight to Florida and, you know, racked up a bunch on my card in a resort in Florida. Okay? Pretty shitty. Now, supposedly, and I say supposedly because I have no evidence that this is true, the new technology in credit cards with the microchip, you know how all these credit cards now have this chip in the card? And in order to just, you don't just swipe your credit card anymore. You put it into the card reader, chip reader. And that's how you know, charge stuff. Apparently that microchip fixed it. I don't understand if it did or not. Because what you're saying, Kill Bill, is this just happened to you. And if this just happened to you, then your card should have had a chip. And that should have prevented this from happening. So I don't know. I'm just kind of shrugging. You know, I don't know what your situation was, but yeah, it's happened to me, and it sucks. It's a shitty feeling that someone somehow got your you know, access to your accounts and is, you know, doing stuff against your will that's not stuff that you wanted. You know, it really blows. So sorry to hear that happen to you. That obviously is shitty. Hopefully you get it cleared up. Like I said, what you need to do is contact the credit card company and let them know the unauthorized transactions. And typically all you have to do is file like paperwork or something. And then usually gets cleared up. It might not be immediate, but usually it does. If they get flagged for potential fraud, then you won't get billed. Like, for example, if you have a credit card statement and it comes down and says, oh, you owe us $1,000 and you really only or $300 is legit and $700 is fake. Typically they don't ask you to pay on that. They'll be like, that's frozen. So you won't get charged interest on it and you won't have to pay on it or anything. And that's good because that's not your fault that someone stole your shit, right? Why are you going to pay interest on stuff you didn't really charge? So, usually it gets cleared up. It just takes some time. So anyway, hopefully your situation improves, Kill Bill. Sorry to hear that. Alright, someone named Mandingo tipped $5, okay, and said the following. Can you give Golden Colts an MVP or VIP status? Forgot which it is. Roll in the chat. He's your best fan and deserves it after all the years of dramaless support. Or maybe mod him, I guess. Well, first of all, you know, Golden Colts, his support is much appreciated, and you're absolutely right that he has been a long-time supporter, okay? And I do appreciate that very much. Now, in regards to VIP status, I don't know anything about it. I don't know how it works, and I don't use it. I heard that I guess sometimes what VIP status does is allows people to do things that normally you wouldn't be able to do. So I'll give you an example here. You cannot put it. The rules of the chat are that you cannot post links. The reason being is because if people were able to post links, just like they spam memes now, they would come in here and they would start spamming crazy amounts of shit. Links that probably are to gross things that you shouldn't click on, identity scamming things, you know, really bad malicious stuff. We don't want people coming into my chat, seeing a link, clicking on it, and next thing they know, they've been, you know, scarred for life. Or, even worse, had their identity stolen, okay? So that being said, that's why we don't allow links. Now, I guess what VIP status does, it would allow you to bypass certain things. Like, maybe if I gave Golden Colts VIP status, he would be able to post links. But quite frankly, I don't know too much about it. People were talking about this last year, and we kind of came to the conclusion after I was talking about my mod staff that basically it would create a security risk, and we don't want to do that. So I'm not really considering doing it or anything like that, okay? Now, in regards to Golden Colts being a moderator, I mean, that's something that would be Golden Colt's own decision. Like, let's say he said, man, I'm here a lot, and I decided I would like to moderate and help out Phil. If he were ever to offer up that, I would consider it. Would I accept it? I'm not saying yes or no. I'm just saying I would consider it. Being that he's a longtime supporter, and obviously you would trust him. But Golden Colts has never offered. And I'm certainly not going to go out of my way to ask people to do that kind of stuff. If someone wants to volunteer, that's one thing. But I would never go out of my way to demand that someone take up a kind of role like that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's the deal. But thank you very much, Golden Colts, for your longtime support. And, of course, thank you, Mandingo, for the $5 tip. There you go. All right, continuing on. Excuse me. Die James did a 100-bit cheer. Thank you very much, Die James, for the cheer. Uzi cheered. Said, super excited to watch you play Donkey Kong Country 3. It was my favorite game when I was younger, and I'm prepared to watch you single-handedly ruin my nostalgia for it by failing constantly. Alrighty then, sounds good. Just Some Dude Gaming has subscribed for his 12th month in a row, and he says 1 year, nothing compared to a 10-year legacy. Thank you very much to Just Some Dude Gaming for a year of support. And much appreciated. It is awesome. And I wholeheartedly thank you for that. Really, really cool, right? Okay, let's see. Phil, You Make Me Angry. What a name. Did a 200-bit cheer. And incidentally, that's the top cheer of the day so far. All right, Phil, You Make Me Angry. What a name. And he says, first stream I've ever attended. More of a YouTube follower, but I understand becoming a Twitch streamer was more convenient after everything that went wrong with YouTube. Well, honestly, no. Was it convenient? Hell no. I'll be honest. It was a challenge to adapt my style of content creation from being a non-interactive medium for basically people just watching on demand versus becoming an interactive medium for a live audience. There was a lot of things that I had to change, and a lot of things that I had to adapt to and learn for the first time. I mean, just think about it. The pop-up messages, the shout-outs for contributions, doing a pre-stream, per se, talking with you guys constantly during gameplay and keeping an eye not only on the game, but now having to interact with stream chat as well. And, of course, also monitoring the stream itself to make sure that nothing's going wrong with it. There's a lot of factors involved to doing an interactive live stream that are very much more complicated than just recording a video for offline, not offline consumption, but you know what I mean? Like, not live consumption. So, yeah, you know, it was a big adjustment process. I would say it took me about a year to get used to it, and then it took me about a year to refine it and kind of get to where we are now, where the streams, you know, I could do a lot of different interactive style chill streams and stuff. You see what I mean? A lot different now. But, you know, I love it. I do love the new interactive stuff going on. I love what I do now actually a lot more than I used to. That's me being honest. Like, when I did the offline videos, they were fun for a while. But then it just basically became a crazy grind of play as many games as I possibly can and trying to make as many stupid, over-the-top jokes and say ridiculous things to keep your attention, versus now it's more about just interacting with people normally. It's like having a normal conversation and hanging out with people, which is a lot more fun, in my opinion, being more natural than me just trying to be a comedian constantly. And you know what? It's worked. People seem to really enjoy it. You know, my Twitch is now my main source of support and income. No lie. Like, almost all my income comes from Twitch, while I get almost nothing from YouTube at this point. You know, it is what it is. I don't know what. It just, let me just put it this way. I appreciate that you're a longtime follower on YouTube. I really do. It just sucks the way that things turned out with YouTube. That YouTube single-handedly not only destroyed their own business, but many people who used to have a living on YouTube like me. Like, it's, I enjoyed the YouTube stuff, but YouTube itself made it so unviable with their insane amount of changes to the site. You know, the bullshit they put me through, false copyright strikes destroying my channel despite YouTube knowing they're false copyright strikes. It's just bullshit. The shit that I went through because of them. And, you know, it is what it is. With Twitch, it's kind of the opposite. With Twitch, they got my back. They support me. If I have an issue, I can get an answer from them relatively quickly and get it resolved without getting smoke blown up my ass. They ignore all the false bullshit that happens. Like, I know for a fact, on a daily basis, there's tons of people who false report me on Twitch, and Twitch ignores the false reports. Versus YouTube entertains it and gives me false copyright strikes because they're fucking idiots and everything's automated. So, you know, it is what it is. And, you know, YouTube has fallen apart single-handedly. But I'm happy to be where I am. I absolutely am. So thank you for your support. Phil, you make me angry, Phil. That's a pretty long name. I'm going to go ahead and put you up on the leaderboard. What the? The keyboard stopped working. It did. There we go. And by the way, I appreciate the cheer. Well, I certainly hope someone beats you for top cheer today because that is an incredibly long name that's stretching out the leaderboard all the way across the screen. So hopefully later on we can narrow that down a bit. Okay? All right, continuing on. Frog in a Tuxedo cheers that you have a game in mind that would bring in more income. For me, it's not about income. It's about people having fun with the streams, and the income comes naturally along with that. And like I said, I think this week, well, first of all, Donkey Kong Country 3, I think, is going to bring in more people. Because it's going to be a classic platformer, and as you know, I have issues sometimes with classic games that I've never played before, especially this one. I've never played this one. All right? So, that being said, we'll see how it goes. But I think that it's really going to be Mortal Kombat 11 and then Days Gone. That's going to bring in a lot of attention this coming week. The big new releases everyone wants to see. Right? Well, I got a couple dollar tips from Frog Facts. First, they say, frogs don't need to drink water as they absorb it through their skin. And then, some frogs can jump over 20 times their own body length. That is like a human jumping 30 meters. Amazing. Vote for the Trumpster. To me, $5. Screaming in caps. Saying that I asked for a perma ban. You're the worst mod. Perma ban. What? I don't even understand it. Thanks for the $5 tip. I have no idea what you're talking about. Confused the hell out of me. Okay then. Need more coffee, tip me $1. So I tune in now and then I've noticed you've lost a lot of weight. I'm trying to cut out soda from my diet. Any advice? Keep up the great work. Yeah, don't drink soda. That's my advice. Since I stopped drinking energy drinks every day, I now basically drink a bottle of water and a flavored seltzer. There's many other things that are much healthier. Fruit juice. Among other things. So, yeah, you just need more coffee. I mean, you could drink coffee. Coffee's not the best thing for you. Very high caffeine intake, and people who drink coffee tend to load it up with sugar and cream anyway, which then makes it so loaded with calories that it's just as bad as soda. So, it is what it is. If you need the energy boost, drink it. But, yeah, I drink water and seltzer water. That's what I've been drinking recently. Okay? King of Hypocrisy cheered. He says, the reason people are spamming frogs is that Pope Francis recently announced the Easter Bunny is now replaced by the Easter Frog. That is not correct. That is false information that you're trying to spread. And I will not stand for misinformation in my stream chats. I am now going to give you a lean-in permanent ban. And you're permanently gone from my stream chat. Goodbye. Okay, I'm kidding. I'm not doing that at all. But I bet he started freaking out. And he's like, what? Wait, what? What's he doing? I'm just kidding. Okay. Indeed Jabs just did $1 tip. He said, do you feel that YouTube purposely took you out of the search results because you always call them out? No, not at all. YouTube's not that smart. See, the thing is, you're actually giving YouTube way too much credit. You're actually assuming that there was an intelligent human on the other end of the internet working at YouTube who looked at my account and said, wow, Phil calls us out. Let's punish him. No, that doesn't happen. What happens is unintelligent people typing fucking algorithms that don't work and are incredibly flawed, and unintelligent management at the top of YouTube saying, oh, just use those algorithms to do everything on our site because we don't have enough staff to man it, so just have everything done automatically by algorithms. That's what happened. So back in the day, my YouTube channel, DSPGaming, was humongous. And it had tons of priority in search results on YouTube because I had a ridiculous amount of views, a ridiculous amount of videos put out. Everything I did on YouTube was good. It was great. And I was one of the top gamers. Then, in 2015, I was hit with a bunch of false copyright strikes against DSPGaming, and I was forced to remove a bunch of videos, mostly my pre-stream videos, from YouTube. When I did that, it reduced the number of views on my channel by about 8 million views. Now you might say, why would you need to remove all your pre-streams? Well, it's because someone was filing false copyright strikes against my channel for fan artwork. And YouTube was so stupid because it's automated. It was granting these claims. Excuse me. Another frog in my goddamn throat. It was granting all these claims without verifying the identity of anyone issuing them. So it would just say, oh, okay, there's a picture that was on the internet and now it's in a piece of fan art from Phil. Therefore, it's a valid copyright strike. And it would strike me, which is stupid. You didn't even validate if the person who filed the claim has any legal right to file said claim. You just struck me down because of an automated system. Okay? So when this happened, I, at that point, had a partner network, and I contacted them. They had a meeting with YouTube about it. And in the meeting, I was there listening in, all right? In that meeting, YouTube told them they were not willing to put any manpower into actually fixing their own problem, their own broken automated system, that instead I should take time out from my work to take down my own videos. This is what YouTube told my partner network in the meeting. So YouTube had the broken system. It was YouTube's fault that these false strikes were being treated as true, but they refused to do any action on their behalf to fix the problem. I had to do stuff to fix it. Okay? So, I was forced to go through and delete, 8 million views. I think it was some like 700-800 videos. Anything that said pre-stream, I had to delete. Okay? 2 years of it. So, after I did that, my channel dropped about 8 million views. And again, due to another YouTube algorithm. So this is algorithm fail on top of algorithm fail. Okay? Another YouTube algorithm said, oh, when we detect that there's a channel that has a giant viewership drop, like 8 million views are deleted, that means that channel must have done something horrendously bad, like a bunch of channels got taken down or a bunch of videos got taken down for copyright, or that channel knew that they were abusing our terms of service, and therefore, we have to punish that channel. So when my channel dipped 8 million views, YouTube literally removed DSPGaming from search results. So the only way you could find my channel would be to specifically search for DSPGaming and then something, okay? You couldn't just look for, I want to see the hottest new game, God of War. Normally what would have used to happen was you say, God of War video game or God of War playthrough gameplay. I would show up in like the top 2-3 pages of people playing the game because I'd been around so long, my videos got great views, everything was good. That day, when YouTube's algorithms fucked me, DSPGaming was completely removed from those results. Okay? So it screwed me over completely. Overnight, my viewership dipped by about 1/3. That's not even an exaggeration. Overnight, my viewership on DSPGaming dipped by about 1/3. And it never came back. And it completely fucked me. It basically made it unmanageable for me to run a business based off of just YouTube anymore. And then I had to start doing Patreon, and then I had to start doing other things to raise money. And eventually, after the YouTube adpocalypse happened in 2017, all right, I just had to find other methods to support myself, and I had to come over to Twitch and become a full-time streamer. Okay? Now, it just sucks because that was the beginning of the slope of bad stuff. Then, because I wasn't in search results anymore, I couldn't get the video or the views, all right, at the end of the year that I normally would get. What used to happen was, during that hardcore gaming season, the end of the year, the last quarter of the year, when all the new games come out, because they want to sell them as Christmas games, right? Christmas presents. I would get a giant spike in views near the end of the year because all my videos would show up in the search. So it was awesome. It would actually be a giant, big jump in attention for me, a jump in income. As of 2015, that went away. it completely was destroyed, and I never got it ever again. And to this day, I don't get it anymore because I don't, my channel does not properly show up in search anymore. So, yeah, it was YouTube, 2 algorithms from YouTube, and the abuse of a troll, basically, 2 trolls actually it was, that completely destroyed my ability to make a living on YouTube anymore. It had nothing to do with me doing something wrong. It had nothing to do with that. It was 100% YouTube running their stuff automated with terrible algorithms, not willing to go out of their way to fix those problems, but instead telling me to fix it myself, and, trolls. And it sucks. It really sucks. 4 years ago, the actions of a small few completely fucked me for life, basically. Because the thing is, if my DSPGaming didn't have that happen, I probably would still be able to make a big living on YouTube. I'll be honest, I probably would have adapted anyway. I probably would have eventually come back to Twitch anyway and done all these changes, but it would have been so much better. I would have been in such a better position. And now I'm not because of these assholes. It sucks. Okay, let's continue. Here we go. Rob, to me $10. Says, what's up, bro? Good to be back. What's up, Rob? Good to see you, man. Glad that you're back. Welcome back. And thank you for the tip. Let's get you up there on the leaderboard. You're the top tipper of the day. Okay. All right, continuing on. Frogger, to me $5.01 and said, you can never silence me. I don't even know who you are, but I thank you for the tip. Let's see. Bishop Bill of the Light Side just tipped me $1 and said, Phil, I've been watching you since 2016. I wanted to suggest you play the original Doom. It's available on PS3 and I think PS4 in the Doom 3 BFG edition. And on PC, there's a client that improves it. It's going for $5 on Steam. Doom is cool. I played the original Doom in the 90s. Back when it was a hot game. I played Doom 1 and Doom 2. I think I played Ultimate Doom, too. I'm trying to think. I think I played all of them. I think I played all the Doom games because they used to sell them as a big collection. And I'm pretty sure that I bought it. I played all of them. Great games. Definitely great games. And good stuff. And certainly I hope that, eventually maybe one day I would play them. I don't know who would like them because the graphics are very outdated, being very honest with everyone. They're very, very outdated. But Doom is a classic. Doom is a franchise that inspired countless amounts of FPS games afterward. And it's cool that id Software, the makers of Doom, is still around to this day making pretty awesome games. We got Rage 2 coming out next month. And that's a brand new game from id Software that hopefully is going to be a good one. Yeah, Doom's good shit. Let's see here. Soy Cool Arrow tipped me $1. They said, Donkey Kong Country 3 is the easiest of all of them. There's no need to use save states. I 103%ed the game as a child. Good luck with the playthrough. Well, thank you very much for the $1 tip. I appreciate that. And shout out to 2 Bar King who did a 100-bit cheer. Thank you very much. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for all your support on pre-stream here. Let's very quickly give a shout out to the top cheerers of the week. And then we're going to get started with Donkey Kong Country 3. By the way, I should say, today's Sunday. It's the final day of the week to get up on this bitch cheering leaderboard. This resets overnight on Sunday nights. So as of tomorrow, it'll be all at 0 again. So, just a heads up. Okay, just a heads up. If you want to get up there on this leaderboard, you got to cheer today. All right? All right. So shout out to the top 10 cheerers of the week. In 10th place, we've got DJ Runo. In 9th place, Omnipotent Mr. Dr. Profuzzi, also known as Uzi. We have a tie for 7th place between Apple Peacock and Mr. Papavera. In 6th place, we've got Mikey GTR. 5th place goes to Quack. 4th place goes to USK14K. 3rd place goes to Bishop of Mercy. 2nd place, Firm High Five. And 1st place for the week, Vote Democrat. Okay? Good stuff. All right, guys. Thank you very much. I appreciate all of your support. And I think it's now time to get started. What do you guys think? Here's what I'll do. I'll I'll turn on the Wii U because it's gonna make those weird noises. Remember? So let me turn it on now. It's such a weird console. Okay. Wii U. What a piece of crap. Okay. The Wii U is on. Very nice. You're going to hear some weird background music. I'm going to take a very brief break just to use the restroom quickly. Be about a couple minutes, and then we'll start, okay? So thanks, everyone, for your support on pre-stream. I'll be right back. Oh, wait a minute. Quinton Reviews just hit me $1 and said, if you don't make a lot off the Mortal Kombat streams, you go back to Phoenix Wright. I think you should give it another chance. First of all, there's no way in hell that I will not get more attention on the Mortal Kombat streams than Phoenix Wright. There's no way in hell that would ever happen. Mortal Kombat's a more hype game. It's a new release. I'm into fighting games, you know. There's a million reasons why. Number two, there's a ridiculous amount of content in Mortal Kombat. So even if you don't like one piece of content I'm doing, chances are you might like another. So that's the thing. Now, I understand if you really like Phoenix Wright and you want to see it come back. I get it. It will come back as a chill night stream after I finish up covering these new releases for the next week and a half or so. Alright? So I apologize. You got to be patient. That's why the first 2 times I played Phoenix Wright, I did 4-hour streams. So I could put out about 8 hours of content before it went on hiatus for a bit. But don't worry, it will come back. Okay? Alright, guys.